Hello YouTubers. You poor like me, want a garage, but you don't have $8,000 to $20,000 to get the garage that you want? Well, this is a Garage in a Box by Shelterlogic, and cost me $600 shipped to my house. They might be a little bit more now, but probably not much. I've had it for about 5 years. It's really been good to me. What I did was I had a shed that I was using to work out of, and what I did was on the back, it's usually a solid tarp material, you might say, and I just cut that out, framed it out, and attached it right to the garage. I took the doors off the shed, and now I got a little workbench. Don't mind the mess. I have priorities, and one of them's not cleaning up, as you can tell. So this has got my steel bench. I can still do my welding and banging and clanging. I got an AC hooked up in the shed, and I got a house heater hooked up in here with the ductwork. It goes all the way across, got a couple openings, comes down. And I wanted to show you a couple things I did. They give you anchors to anchor it down. I'm going to see if I can show you one of them over here in all four corners. Got a couple ratchet tie downs that ratchet it. There's a coil spring type thing that goes in the ground, but I wanted more, so what I did was I did the shadow board with plywood, drilled right through, and put it in the metal poles that run all the way down to the ground. And then I took cable. It's a pretty small cable. I think probably, I don't know, 3/16 maybe. And what I did is I ran a continuous loop. I came down, I went in, around the pole, back out, across the back, around that pole, and up and across. I might be going in the wrong direction, but it really don't matter. And then over here I attached it again to this last pole, and then I put a 2x12 in there, and that's where I keep all my heavy stuff, all my front end tools and stuff like that, and oil and liquids and my pump for the AC and all that good stuff. That's hanging on there, so that adds weight to it. I went through a couple storms already, 50, 60 mile an hour winds, and she didn't budge. Now these racks, my neighbor is a welder fabricator, does some side jobs, so he made me these racks for my spray cans and whatnot, because that's a pain in the butt trying to find all your stuff. And over here I got some more stuff, and then there's my AC cans. He made me a little bit wider one for that. If you're interested in having him make you one, I'll put my email address on here, and you can shoot me an email, and then we talk about price. I think probably, I think for the double one was like 45, and the single ones are like 25. But they're nice. They really come in handy. He also made me this, which I could never find one. It's a glove holder, and they slide right in there. That's nice. Got a little top bracket here that slides right in there. That worked good for me. Now this side here I only used straps, because I wasn't putting nothing heavy on here, so I didn't really worry about it. Now the door is a roll-up door, and it takes forever to roll it up. So what I did was, inside of here, if I trip over that one more time, there's a 3-inch post inside of here, so that when you pull it up, it pulls it up faster, because it's not so small. They just give you a little piece of pipe in there. Now that runs all the way across. Sorry about the light probably blinding you, but that runs all the way across to a cheap Harbor Freight winch that I hook my drill to. I got a little nut on the end here, and I hook my drill to it. I'm not going to turn it on because it's really loud, and it winds it up pretty quick. And all I got to do to let it down is unlock it, and the weight of it pulls it down. Got a plywood floor, 5/8 plywood, works good, jacking up cars. I've done everything in this garage you can think of, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to show you, but man, for that price you can't beat it. I also had another winch over here on this side, and I had a piece of 5/8 plywood on that, and I could winch stuff up and down, and I could use that area up there that's kind of open for storage. But I went out and bought another Shelterlogic shed on the other side for all my stuff, all the junk that was up there. So anyway, that's about all I can think of. I don't want to bore you with a bunch of crap, but I'm trying to think of different stuff that I did to the building. Oh, also, try not to put it underneath trees. See those patches up there? Tree branches come off and poke through it. But all I did was bought some big patches, coated them with black RTV silicone, put it on the end of a pole and stuck it up there. No leaks. Okay, I put a exhaust fan up in there for when I'm painting. Blows to the outside. Ran my lines for air. My buddy hooked me up with electricity out here, so I got 220 for the compressor, which is a Harbor Freight compressor. And say what you want about them, that thing gets run a lot. And I've had that on there for about 3 years. Also bought the motor. They say it needs a 3-horse, but I bought a 2-horse and it works just fine. 3 years again. And of course I used the old tank Husky, which was a piece of garbage. I had to take 2 of them back because I burned them up. Has that little I guess they call it I don't know, oilless or something like that, and that thing just went, that was noisy. This was actually pretty quiet. I'll just turn it on to show. Oh, it already is on. Never mind. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, that's all I can think of. I put it up by myself. It wasn't that hard. I made the top first, and then I just lifted up one pole at a time and stuck poles in there until I had it done. I pulled the tarp over with a with some rope and line, just pulled it right over top, and it took me a couple days, not working real hard on it. But anyway, I think that's it. So if you're a poor man like me, or you really don't want to spend that much money on the garage, this works fine. You can get a car in here and get in and out of it with no problem. Doors open. And that's all I got to say about that. So there's my Shelterlogic. It's called Garage in a Box SUV. Make sure it's SUV, because this one is 13 or 12 feet high and 13 feet wide, 20 feet deep. So there it is. Oh, I did want to show you this too. The Harbor Freight, it's called a driveway alert. I tape it off when I'm working so it don't keep going off in the house, but sensor stays out here, and the alert unit stays in the house. And man, that thing is loud. I actually caught a guy in my garage 3:30 in the morning, and I couldn't even run him down because I just had a prostate surgery, and I had the bag on, the whole 9, so I couldn't chase him down, but I knew who it was, and the cops got him. So you it's definitely a cheap way to protect your garage. I think it was like $17, and I got it on sale for $13 or something like that. I actually got a couple of them. I got this one, I got one in the garage, and I got one in the yard set up high, so it actually an animal won't set it off. It has to be somebody, you know, taller than 3 or 4 foot. So okay, just wanted to show you that too.